I think that Jean Gallois has really fixed the framework for what we are going to discuss, and I'm not going to repeat his intervention, but I was struck by some words. The one is clarity. The chef d'entreprise has to be a very clear view towards himself, as to his personal values, as to the way he communicates, as to the way of how he expresses himself, as to the transparency is applicable to his work. And he has to be very clear also, and has to have a very clear view as to the company he is serving. The company which has been there before him and will last after him. And the company, what is his history? What are the specifics of the company? And what are his clear views as regards shareholders and stakeholders and others? I think that's one aspect and one demand for the dirigeant. And then the two words he was using at the end, and which, you know, they have been like a red line during his entire speech. Respect. Also, again, respect vis-à-vis the company, its history, its specifics, but also respect vis-à-vis the stakeholders, namely the workforce and his collaborators. And être à l'écoute, listen. Listen to what the demands are from the various stakeholders. And that brings me to the conclusion that corporate culture is not a corporate affair. We may well write down a code of conduct. We may well write down some principles of how we would like to behave, or a Leitbild, as we say in our home country in Germany. But these things do not serve any goal whatsoever unless these principles are lived. And a société anonyme, a legal entity, does not listen. A legal entity, a société anonyme, does not pay respect. It's always the individual. It's you and he, and maybe even me. And I think this is a framework which he has perfectly well set, and which I would like to elaborate upon in more detail with my fellow panel members. I'd like to start with, to my left, from your perspective to the right, with Luciano Martucci, a friend from Italy. He has been president of IBM Italy. He is member of the Italian Industry Association. He is member of the Council of Italian-US Relations. By profession and formation, he is a mathematician. And particularly important is that he set up and he created Think, a non-profit think tank which is aiming at promoting digital technologies with small and medium-sized companies. And I think he is, with this context of young, sometimes very young, small and medium-sized companies, perfectly equipped to give us a little insight in how he sees this topic of the responsibility of a business leader in view of corporate culture. And I would like to give the floor to you, Luciano, to address us, and then we will have other interventions from the other colleagues and have a discussion. Thank you very much. Yes, please.